missed the button.
Sup, bitches, we're back! Yo, welcome to season 2?
Yeah, officially
season 2?
I mean, it's delayed, but yeah.
God damn, bro. We were supposed to drop in August, though.
No, not really. We was actually shooting earlier, but you know, that Rona came through.
I forgot about that Rona shit.
That's why we was gone for a minute.
Fuck.
On some real shit.
Hey, you still alive, though, right?
Breathing.
Amen. Yo, it's your boy Vibes.
And your boy Dre.
Welcome back to Pod Vibes, the underrated podcast that talks about any and everything.
Well, we bring you that mellow humor.
So, we've been gone for some time. We have missed you guys.
Yeah,
but
we have.
With everything going on with work and school.
Man, school.
And dealing with life itself. Things have gotten a little crazy.
They've gotten very interesting, sir.
Very, very interesting. And I'm not happy about it. We have been asked, well, when you guys drop a new episode, when are you guys going to speak on this? And we couldn't give an answer, and we had so much to say that we decided to wait it out and go ahead and
let things develop a little more before we jumped in the ring like everybody else.
Yeah.
Because we're not trying to be like everybody else and get in when it all breaks out and follow a trend. We want to be more informed. That way our opinions aren't going to be something that gets backtracked or we have to elaborate more later when majority of the facts should already be out by now.
So if everybody has been aware, fire!
Oh my gosh.
May 25th of 2020, another African American male was killed by police officers, and not just any police officers, a white one. First things first, I was asked this a couple weeks ago before we get started. I was asked, well, how do you feel as a man of color?
And I hate that question with passion.
But it made me think, and to answer that question, I'm proud to be black. I'm proud to be an African American male because we are smart. We are above anything of any races, and for anybody that's Hispanic or white and is upset what I said, you can go fuck yourself.
Ooh.
Because that's how I feel. We may not be perfect. We may have some flaws that we all need to work on, but I'm proud to be an African American male. I'm
gonna say my turn. You know, I personally hate the question because it's, to me, I feel that it's degrading because for you not to know why you're asking that question, you're just asking because of things that are popping up in, you know what I'm saying? I find it disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're my friend. Because 9 times out of 10 it's someone you know on a deeper level that's asking these dumbass questions. Mm-hmm. It's like, you should be educated by now. You should have seen some things by now to at least understand what my answer would be. Now, had you come at me a little differently, could have been a different situation.
Agreed.
But then I can also agree with you. I am 100%, 1,000% proud to be a black man in America.
Agreed.
Okay.
Now let's
like you said, there's some things we all could probably work on.
Yep.
And and also piggyback some more. If you're another race, you are proud. You are more than welcome to be proud of who you are and what you are, because that's your heritage. That's you. Mm-hmm. We can only speak on us in this very moment.
Agreed. Now let's get into it. Whew.
George Floyd.
Let's get into it because now it's time to get serious. George Floyd died again on May 25th, and a lot of things have transpired. We had protesting, we had looting, and a lot of rioting. But that cop was wrong.
Period.
And again, if anybody feels that he wasn't, or whatever case may be,
get the fuck out.
Fuck you. Not even get the fuck out. Fuck you.
That too.
Because he was wrong. You killed another African American male who is now on the list with the rest of the African American males that was killed based off of police brutality. And that's one thing that I don't like. I don't like how we are being targeted or being looked at as something that we're not. Dre?
I feel like enough is no longer a word. It's fuck it. Because, so, to go kind of jump ahead of here, the whole rioting thing and the looting thing, they're really two different things.
Mm-hmm.
The rioting part is only happening because we have yet to be heard. Okay? We, or as many have said many times on many of my posts way back when I used to post a lot on social medias, y'all have done the law-abiding thing. We are still doing the law-abiding thing, as you can see. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, that's your fault. People are still going out protesting the law-abiding way. And you still, in the midst of these protesting people who are doing it the proper way, getting arrested for what? There's a video out there of two women sitting down on the ground. One black, one white. One cop nudges the white lady to stand up and tells her to walk away. The other cop grabs the black lady, slides her behind the line, and puts her in handcuffs.
Oh, there's more.
That's just one.
That's just one. There was another one in San Diego about a couple of days later.
Yep.
San Diego man was just waiting for his friends, and he got arrested.
Oh, yeah.
And they put him on, what was it? He assaulted a cop and didn't assault one at all.
Yep. When the cop actually put firstly pushed him via his throat. When you could actually break their jugular with just enough force, and he could have suffocated to death. Could have killed that man. But we're the victim. But we're not bad. We are the victim, but we're the bad guy.
Yep. Let's get back to the George Floyd situation. The 3 cops they were charged.
Oh no, 4.
Oh, it was 4.
It was 4. There was 3 on his body and 1 walking around telling people to back up.
My bad. It was 4 people.
4
of them. It's not. They was charged with 2nd-degree murder, right? 2nd degree or 3rd degree. It's not good. Anyway, it goes and doesn't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Give them the death penalty. Literally, let's start with that. If you want to be in the black community's good graces, let's do more. Not even just that. Give them the death penalty. But on top of that, every other cop that's abused or their power and hurt African Americans, going to give them the same thing. Last time I checked, we had a young man by the name of Trayvon Martin who passed away just by getting some Skittles and iced tea, and George Zimmerman was let free. Nah.
And George Zimmerman was told by the operator, the phone lady, to not follow him.
But yet and still he did. So let's go ahead and let's add in all the rest of the lists and let's get them out of there as well. Then maybe we could talk about forgiving. But still, it's not going to do good enough because you still got to think about the past generations of what y'all owe us. And I'm not, and as in y'all, I mean the government. I mean each race that has tried to do us every fucked up way. And there may be some people, well, we did some good. Y'all did. Y'all did. But let's talk about how you guys disrespect black people. First things first, black people, we come into work, we have kids to provide for. We got lives that we need to take care of. And you mean to tell me that we come into our warehouses, we come into our jobs, and Hispanics want to kick black people out because
we don't speak Spanish?
We don't speak Spanish? Or because we come in, we do our job, we're 10 times harder than y'all, and y'all are afraid of us? Or same thing about the white people. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong. Comment below. But obviously, we'll read it, but we won't care.
You may get a response.
You may get a response.
You just may not like what you get the response. You may be on the next video and it's be called responding to.
I hate you.
What?
I hate you. Responding to.
We've done it before.
We have. Now, to the protesters and to the looters. I'm sorry, to the black people, to the races that are not black. It's nice that for once you guys want to come together with black people. But it's not about all lives matter. It's about Black Lives Matter.
Because
okay, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
The definition of Black Lives Matter means you both of the races, or I'm sorry, all races, Asian, Hispanic, white, Chinese, whatever, y'all are supposed to come together for us, not for y'all issues. Don't take whatever Trump was supposed to do to y'all or whatever the case may be and throw that in there with Black Lives Matter. That doesn't count. Nope. That means you're adding in your own personal vendetta against Trump and the system and going and use that as a reason and make black people look bad. First of all, there was some lovely information that was brought to us today, right? Mm-hmm. About the term fuck 12. Whoo.
Thank you, brother.
The definition of fuck 12, for anybody that doesn't know this, and it was really shocking to my attention when it came. Fuck 12 came from a show called Adam 12.
Yep.
Dre, you want to tell them what Adam 12 was?
No, you got it.
Adam 12 was a TV show based off of two cops. What was it, like a procedural television show based off of LA? That's what 12 means. Mm-hmm. That's what fuck 12 means. Okay,
it was a partner group, Adam 12.
That's a white people term. It's not black people term. We say fuck 5-0. Fuck the police.
Yep. Or pigs.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's what I remember hearing as a kid.
But correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looting or protesting and thinking that you're doing it for us, because sometimes half of y'all not even doing it for us. Y'all doing it for yourselves. Y'all doing it for your race.
Or you're doing it to make us look like we did some bad shit. That's why a lot of y'all got caught this time.
The rocks?
Put all over social media. The rocks,
mm-hmm.
the bricks, mm-hmm. the tagging,
yep.
the breaking, and starting the looting.
Mm-hmm.
There's several videos of several white folks breaking windows to the Target and other businesses, leading and giving way to people who are emotionally charged already to then enact that anger and the emotion into looting.
Yep.
You're purposely doing it to change the narrative. And unfortunately, it's kind of working.
Go ahead. Are we for it? No.
Nope.
But do we understand the reason for it?
Hell yeah.
Of course. Then we're not mad for it at all. Because we've spoken upon it many a times.
Many a times.
And we was heard, but they didn't give a fuck.
Nope, and they never do. Hopefully y'all understand this time.
And hold on. But that's okay. Because as black people, we still continue to move on. We still continue to grow.
Yep.
And we still became kings and queens, brothers and sisters, even though we still do each other wrong in a sense. But that's not what we're here for, though.
Oh, nope.
We here to come together and fight one enemy that we all have in common, the system itself. Right?
Exactly.
So, damn it, Dre.
What'd I do?
I'm trying to think. Well, my mindset went blank. I think because of the anger and shit that's going on.
I know, you gotta take a breath. Let's take a moment.
Dang, is it a moment for real? Is it?
It's not.
Anyways, that doesn't give us a reason to... Well, let me take that back. Other races don't speak for us. We can speak for ourselves. And yeah, again, we retire for it. And this is the perfect way to sit there and get this out. Or our anger ourselves. Not the fact that all the damage is going on. All of a sudden, you guys want to, we're with you guys. Some cops says we're with y'all. Well, here's a message from me to y'all. To the police officers that feel as though that they're always in the right, fuck you. Mm. To the black cops that act white, fuck you, you can kiss my ass. Mm. To the other cops who feel as though that it's about, or to anybody that believes it's all lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter, fuck you.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Oop. What's up? Jay, anything you want to say?
To the police officers that are taking a knee, all that stuff, I say thank you. However, you're a little bit too late.
Way too late.
All right.
You should have done that years ago. You should have done that when slavery was going on.
No, not even just that.
You should have done it when the first black African American innocent male was killed. Sorry.
If that's the case, that'd be at the start of this nation.
There you go. Should have done it right then and there.
Okay. Can I continue now?
Yeah, you can. I'm sorry. I'm just upset because...
I know. I'm very emotionally charged too. That's why I'm talking in such a very monotone voice right now. Because if I get excited, I'm going to wake up all these goddamn neighbors.
You're right. Got you.
So, yet again, to the police officers that are kneeling and showing solidarity and all that stuff, thank you. However, you're too late. You're too late. There have been one too many times in the last 5 years that you could have took that knee and you could have supported us. You could have been the ones on the inside and making a change. However, you chose to stand by and stay quiet and not say a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your silence is agreeing with the bullshit we dealt with. All right. There's a psychologist who did a study where she pretty much did reverse racism, and she's a white lady, and she had a study where she took the white folks and made them feel like black people, and they made the black people feel like the white people, how we feel now, right? And towards the end there, because she went through and did all their studies, they got the exact same treatment we've been treated, and we still get treated with. And at the end there, she asked them, she posed this question. She said to the white folks, if you can switch your life with one of these black individuals here today, live exactly how they live, go through the exact same stuff they go through, stand up. No one stood up. And she asked again, I guess you didn't understand the question. If you could switch your life for someone else that is not of your race, that is black, and you can switch, they become you, you become them, and you live their life, and you live through the exact same situations and experiences as those people, stand up. Yet again, no one stands up. So then she tells them, so you're willing to admit by not standing up that you know there's injustices to blacks, but yet you stand by and you acknowledge that you're not going to do shit because you're not the one in the situation. So,
I just want to give every other race, I want to give them this visual. Because we obviously, for every other race, you guys don't know what it's like to be black. You don't know what it's like to be African American and dealing with situations that we go through. So think about this. If you're doing something cool, or if you're driving, park for a second. If you're reading a book, put it down for a minute. And think about this. You wake up in the morning, you're African American male, you look at yourself. Because we're a first person point of view.
Uh-huh.
So you see yourself, dark skin, light skin, African American. Okay? 2 kids, 1 kid, married, not married. You get up, you do what you brush your teeth, wash your ass, eat, you step outside. You safe in your house. But once you step outside, life is a completely different meaning. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
You get pulled over for nothing. Didn't do anything at all. Or you could be just...
You get pulled over like Sandra Bland for a turn signal.
Yeah. Or you get stopped because you're racially profiled and you wasn't even in the area. Or in George Floyd's situation, you just went to go cash a check, all of a sudden it
$20
bounced.
No, it was a $20 bill. And they said it was a fake
counterfeit.
Yeah.
And
he, mind you, he waited for PD.
Yeah.
He didn't just leave.
All of a sudden you get manhandled by police officers who by the way turns the camera off. Who turns the camera off when they shouldn't even turn the camera off? But that's all right though. And you get in situations where you have this white man and his knees on you and 3 others are restraining you.
2.
2. Sorry, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the last thing you was able to say to
Call help for your mama.
Calling help.
Who's already been dead. His
Literally.
mom is dead.
Keep in mind he had a daughter. That's the most fucked up thing you could possibly think of. You thinking that everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna be back to your daughter, and then you not even going back. And now that little girl, she doesn't even have a father.
Nope.
I just want y'all to think about that. Literally.
I got one for y'all. It's gonna start the same way.
Good.
You're a parent. Black parent. You just had your first kid. Your kid gets old enough to where they can go outside and play and go meet new people in the neighborhood and get to start living their life. But before they can even step out that door, you now gotta tell that child, this is what you do when you see a police officer. This is how you speak to them. This is how you react to them. Keep your hands out your pockets. Don't you raise your voice. That man is the police officer. That is how you need to react to them. There's also other conversations you have that you're going to have with your children about certain interactions your children are going to experience. About racism. Period. There's no need for me to go here and sugarcoat it, because that's the whole point of this conversation right now. It's racism at the end of it all. We live in a free world where racism still exists. It is 2020, and racism still has our nation gripped like a eagle's talons in its prey. And it's just not letting go. And you're going to have to sit here and tell that child, the world's unfair. You're already set at a disadvantage the moment you were born and you were brought back to me. I'm sorry. Here's where you got to learn to build your tough skin, baby. And I've had way too many, personally myself, I've had many conversations with my mom and dad about that exact same thing, time and time again, because we lived in a very affluent neighborhood majority of my life. I couldn't sag my pants. I couldn't have my hair braided. I couldn't speak a certain way. That's why when people tell me you talk like you're white, it's because I had to. Mm-hmm. I couldn't let any nouns or conjugations or enunciations drop from my language, because then I would sound like this thug. When actually those thugs, you so-called thugs, actually have a mind that probably would blow you away if you sat there and had a conversation with them.
Now to the black community, we keep saying that there are so many different ways of how we can come together and how we can do certain things. You good?
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with this. One thing we slack on is that we don't vote.
Yep.
Let me say that one more time. The one thing that we slack on is not voting. And I understand why we don't vote. I understand it. But here's what you guys need to understand. The more we kick people out of office, out of any type of huge role like Trump, we can make ourselves better. That's step one.
Yep.
Step two, these black-owned businesses that are going on in the world, mm-hmm. that we quote-unquote support, that we quote-unquote want to help out, but we really don't. We should. This is where we start making changes.
Yep.
We should be able to sit there and say, hey, man, you got some nice shirts. How much are your shirts? Are they $25? Bet. Here's 25. Matter of fact, here's 15. Or here's 50. Let me get two of them. Yep. And I'm going to tell people about it.
Yep.
Now, we hope that this goes out to everybody in the world. We really hope this does. Start having business expos, black business expos, mm-hmm. on your street or wherever, a park or anything like that.
wherever it's legal and you can get it.
How you can get it?
If it's out your garage and it's just you and your friend because y'all both got your own businesses, shit, make that shit happen. Start it. You gotta start somewhere. Microsoft started in the garage. So can your business. Shit, Podlab started in the car.
And it still
we
is
still in the car, but we working our way out of it.
Still in the car.
Real shit. But no, to piggyback on the black business thing. Our dollars that we spend on average goes to a white man, Asian man, and Mexican man, whatever nationalities, from one black person directly to them.
Mm-hmm.
The average Asian person, their dollar does not leave the Asian community until either the 6th or 7th transaction. Think about that. That $1 bill has transferred between 6 to 7 Asians before it leaves their community. We can do the same. We have already done it. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, where you had nothing but black families and businesses who at the time were very, very, very successful. So successful that they had many grands and grand pianos in their homes. And those pianos at the time were nowhere near as cheap or expensive as they are now. They were very expensive for the time. Okay? So to have all that, to have the dresses and all stuff, to be able to afford all that, especially being black, you was doing something. Now, unfortunately, on, what was it, May 31st? May 31st, 1921. That's where all things changed for Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know if you know this. That's where a young black man who lived in that side, which mind you, because this section is across the tracks. So you had Black Wall Street in Tulsa, and then you had the other half where you had the white businesses, the high rises, and all that stuff. A young black man who lived over there used to shine shoes in front of a hotel. He had an agreement with the hotel owner that if he needed to use the restroom and wash his rag stuff, he can take the service elevator and go upstairs to one of the black floors and do what he needs to do. One day, he goes in there. The young lady who is the operator of the elevator, because remember at this time they have operators, they're not just buttons. Because normally he goes in there where it's her and it's someone else, but today he needed to get in there. They go up, they come down. On his way down, she screams, says he touched her or whatever. He runs, because mind you, it's too late. Second, the white person that says that you did something, there's no judge, no jury. It's a sentence. All right. He ran, got home. They grabbed him, took him, and then they burned. Actually, my apologies. They went to go get him. And everybody in Tulsa stood there and protected this boy. Now, since that happened, all the white folks went back to their houses, grabbed guns, handed them to kids, and all that, went in to Black Wall Street and rioted and looted them houses. On top of that, once that was done, the U.S. government sent in the National Guard and bombed and burned them cities, that whole city. I think it was 100 square city blocks is what it totally was that they burned down. So for all y'all out here talking about this is ridiculous that the people are rioting and looting, guess where we learned it from? Matter of fact, how'd you get this country? Matter of fact, how about the Boston Tea Party? How y'all supposedly liberated yourself from Britain and England? Let's talk about your history before you talk about what's going on right now. So before y'all want to get all extra crazy about how we're acting and how all things going on, yes, I understand. It's wrong.
But you guys lied, cheated, and stole.
However,
to make yourselves look like you guys are the best people in the whole entire country when you guys are not even worth a damn.
Y'all wouldn't be nothing without our ancestors. Y'all still be on the East Coast talking about, well, this is nice. The Indians will help us. But then y'all betrayed the ones that actually helped you.
Because you guys were nothing. Now, that's what we as the black community not could do, what we should do.
Need to do.
Mandatorily, starting today.
Shit, starting a while back. We'll give you today.
Should have, but today.
Yeah.
Now, we ask what from here, what's down for the future? And right now, everybody's on curfew.
Man.
And it sucks, because we went to get a coronavirus. But now we're on this. We can't answer that. We don't know what's next. Hopefully it's not martial law.
No. And I know we're supposed to talk about the end of this, and since you brought martial law, we'll kind of make that where that kind of ends on that part subject. But unfortunately, the way I see it, it's very close. It's a thin line between what we have now and martial law.
Mm-hmm.
Because realistically, when Trump said if any governor in any state refuses to abide by whatever, blah, 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 that he's going to send in the military. Once the military is enacted, we're in martial law. That's period. That's just how that works. There's no other form of that. So, unfortunately, the way I see it, I low-key want to tell Trump, fuck you. Fuck you. Because you incited half of the shit we saw this last week with your bullshit-ass tweets.
By calling us thugs?
My thing is this. How are we thugs when the same white people who sat there and destroyed a city because they won a fucking game? Oh, it's just a party gone awry.
No, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. It was just a party going awry. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Oh, bunch of college kids getting a little excited.
Shut the fuck up. Shut your dumb ass up.
Suck my dick.
You don't even know shit. You only fucking president because the Republicans made your ass one. Shut the fuck up and kiss my ass, nigga. You don't know a damn thing.
Your dad gave you the money you had to start your business, and you kept your money because you sat there and went bankrupt.
Bitch, you only famous off a TV show. Fuck out of here.
You're fired.
That's your number one saying, nigga. You fired. You fired. Nigga, I can say that shit all day. You fired. Nigga, fuck out of here, my nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. And again, anybody that feels, oh, you should have said it to Trump, you can suck my dick too, nigga. The fuck?
Because guess what? We have our God-given rights. You should look them up. And we're going to enact ours right now.
Exactly.
Suck
Freedom
my dick.
of speech, bitch. Suck my dick, nigga. Again.
That's a capital D if you didn't know.
As long as we follow what we need to do as the black community, we'll push to be as more as okay than what we are.
We're going to get back to Black Wall Street and then be better.
That needs to be said. James Brown made a song called I'm Black and I'm Proud, and I'm going to say it right now, I am black and I am proud of it.
I'm black and I'm proud. And it don't get no sweeter than that.
No other race can shut us down, literally.
Period.
So if you going through something with another race at work or anything like that, fuck them. Because you are what you are. You are a smart, intelligent king and queen. And to all the other races that are cool with blacks that are not trying to fit in,
that actually understand and are a true ally and already know what we are going through.
You are respected.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Continue what you're doing, because without you, it would just be history repeating itself, and we're going to see this trend come again within the next month. And I hate to say a month, because in reality, that's probably what it's going to be.
To the police officers that are still doing police brutality, you will continue to be recorded, and our voices will continue to be heard, whether you like it or not.
To those same police officers, we're watching. There's no more hiding behind the blue veil. There is a camera on you. There's also a camera watching you all the time. Welcome to 2020, where your bullshit It's going to be televised.
To President Trump, you're about to be out of office soon. Don't worry about it, dog. You're going to be out of here. That Make America Great shit that you tried to pull, it's not working out, bro.
And my question to you, Trump, is Make America Great Again. What is that? What period? Because from my standpoint, America was never great. It's always been hurt, pain, and segregation. On top of that, you sat here and separated families. So at what point was America great? Great for who? Because for minorities, America has been something we had to tolerate. Mm-hmm. The American dream you so call and you want to make it great again has never been something tangible or even thought that we can truly think of or truly succeed to, because we were already at a disadvantage.
Before we go, because it's curfew.
Beyond curfew.
I just want to leave this little quick story. Monday.
Oh, you got one too?
Yeah, just want to leave this one story. Monday, on my brother's birthday, on Dre's birthday.
Yo.
Got into it with a police officer. And many people were like, well, why? You know, and I told a couple people, and I didn't really get a chance to explain why. After all the rioting, all the looting, you know, stores is closed.
The first ones.
The lady just needed diapers for her child. She was a black lady. And I was having a conversation with an officer. You know, nothing to it, just a regular conversation, just trying to see what's going on in the world. And he sits there and he tells this lady in front of me and in front of another person, we'll tell your people to stop looting. Your people, huh?
Wait, wasn't he Mexican?
He was Hispanic, yes. Your people, huh? So I had to ask him, literally. I said, what is your race? Are you white or Hispanic? He said, I'm Mexican. I said, okay, cool. How did you guys feel when Trump tried to tell y'all that he wanted to put the wall up?
You said Trump.
Trump, fuck him, whatever. How did you feel when Trump told you guys he wanted to put the wall up? Oh, we was upset, but there was more to the story. No, there wasn't. There wasn't more to the story. And if there was, oh well. He still wanted to do it anyways. So I left him with a little bit of information that changed him. And I told him, I brought up Emmett Till. That's the number one example of a black man just looking at a white woman and got lynched for it.
Not even just lynched, they dragged him.
And he didn't do nothing wrong whatsoever.
He was unrecognizable too. They wouldn't even let his mama see him. That's why they ended up having an open casket. Because he was that unrecognizable. So, KKK is real, and they're still out there. Will they ever care about blacks? No. Nope. But best of y'all, fuck you guys. Period.
Say what I said. And I ain't going back with it either. Be mad at me for it. Don't care. Suck my dick.
That's with a capital D.
With a capital D. To the black community, I love you guys. Kings and queens. Children and all. That we're going to make it through. We're going to fight through it.
Keep protesting.
Peaceful protesting. Not this ignorant shit that's going on. They're stealing fucking TVs and shit like y'all niggas is broke. Because we not. Because when we get into situations and we struggle, we know how to come off with that shit.
Use that mind you got. A lot of y'all are out there thinking, oh, I ain't never gonna make it out of X, Y, and Z. There you are. You just gotta
keep grinding.
Find that thing that you're passionate about and run for the hills. Take off. See where it takes you.
Yep.
Because you never know where the final spot may be. Because you'll reach a destination and realize you wasn't even shooting for that. You were shooting for something that was way lower than where you ended up at.
There's a reason why our parents and our great-grandparents, our grandparents and our great-grandparents, school is important.
Yep.
Keep your eyes on your own paper. Focus on what you need to focus on. Yeah, it got annoying from time to time, but there are reasons why they said that to us.
Get educated. The best way to help ourselves and set our children and our futures and our children's futures up is to be educated. The more you know, the more you'll be able to defend yourself without having to get violent, without having to get physical. The more the more you can articulate what you're feeling, the better it is going to be for you in the outcome. I know it sounds retarded for me to say it like that, but in reality, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Black does not crack at all.
And let's not start cracking now.
And don't let this world try to turn into a race war either, because we're not going to war with no other races.
Nope.
At all.
I'm not with that.
It's your boy Vibes.
And your boy Dre.
Fucking Pop Vibes.